Grand Rising. Hi, Bella. You got a ball? Go get it! She's like, damn it, I just came up here with that. Grand Rising. I wanted to say soul family. Maybe I'll drink with the other hand so you could see. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. How are you today? I've been having a lot of strange dreams. I don't remember my dream, but I'm starting to dream about people that I know, which is odd for me. I probably look a fright. I just got up a little bit ago. Hey! What's going on? A lot of energies, right? I just opened up my book and it says, am I open in all ways? Are you open? Are you open to receiving? Are you open for love? You've been alone for so long. You've come to terms with being alone and not having people in your life. Thank you. But has that got you stagnant, stuck in another way of thinking? It's like opposite. Before you were like, I'm hearing like the life of the party, you know, everybody wants some. I want some too, right? Everybody needs some. Hey, how about you? A little Van Halen for you, I guess. It's all about the music. It's a sports bra. Don't get your panties in a bunch. I know my hips have got some things going on. Have you gotten past the point of no return? No. Okay. How long? You may feel lonely at times. You may feel like, you know, maybe you're getting up there in age. Or you're already up there in age. And you're like, no one's going to want me or love me. How would you know? You don't go out. You don't go anywhere to meet people anymore. You did when you were younger, you know. It was easier then. Flawless skin, you know, at your peak, looking your best, and now here you are, older, maybe you've gone through some things. But I'm hearing, but you don't give yourself any credit. You don't see yourself the way others see you. Uh-oh, here we go. Chirp, chirp, birdie, birdies. So when you meet someone new, are you going to fuck it up? Or is it your time to put into practice all that you've grown through and learned? Still not trusting yourself? Still thinking your picker is broken? Your picker was never broken. What if I was to say that divine spark, that divine light that is in everything from the source, from the one, is inside of you as well. Inside of the animals, inside of everything. And it's just reflections. Just playing out every possible scenario that there is. Happy Sunday. 5/18/2025. Right? Did I have the date right this time? Sometimes I write the wrong dates down. tired, I'm hearing, of the rat race. Some of you have there's something deep inside of you that's calling you outside, out of your comfort zone, out of where you're at now. But you don't know where to begin. It begins in the mind. You are that divine spark. You're part of the one source. That we're all just projections of. See, you and me, we're different in our individuality. We're different in the divine spark, in that particle of the one, the gleaming light, that energy. We all come from the same source, but we're just playing out different parts of that source. But at the end of the day, you are me and I am you, in a sense. What's inside of us is the same. If you think about it from a much bigger picture, not what you've been taught, not what you've been told, but the truth comes from within us. To reach that Christ consciousness is what we're to do. To then meld and go back to the one source. I heard, and then to be born again. Because life isn't that difficult. It's actually very easy. It's all about love. The hardest part is getting past all the fuckery, the mind control, all the shit we've been taught, and to come back to what we are. Love, light, energy. You got a gypsy soul for leaving? Something's urging you to do something that is totally opposite of you, out of your comfort zone, but maybe it's something you've kind of always wanted to do. Be on permanent vacation, living like the centurions do, in the blue zones, all over the world, different places, different parts of this earth plane. I want to ask you, I want to say something. And you can look up the Bible verse yourself. I'm not sure. I don't know the Bible verses. I just know what's written in the Bible because I get it from inside me. Because I'm connected to the one. You study, you read a lot of books, you do all that, but how do you know any of that's true? You don't. How do you know anything I'm saying is true? You don't. How do I know anything I'm saying is true? I don't, but to me it's my truth. It's my inner knowing from what's always been inside. That's why when you were growing up, things didn't make sense. Like, that's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. If God is all loving, why judgment? Why killing off people? Raping and pillaging, basically. God wills it. Really? I thought God was all loving and forgiveness. Then why would God destroy everybody? Make it make sense. That's part of the illusion, right? To keep yourself, your awareness on outside things and fear. Izzy, when it all just boils down to what's inside of us. Happy Sunday. My name's Sirena. Welcome. So you got a gypsy soul for leaving? So the things I'm saying is starting to spark something inside of you, awakening that God particle, the essence. I say God because that's how we know it. I prefer to say, source, the one, whatever. Or sometimes we say he, although there is no gender. The only thing that makes a gender is the human. Is that true? I don't know. But that's what was coming through. So you want to live life on vacation. How can I do that? Well, this day and age, with everyone doing their internet stuff, you don't even have to go and have a real job, you know what I mean? But I'm not talking about working for the man or working for someone else. I mean, maybe you can stop here and there. But traveling the world, camping, homesteading, growing your own food, being a nomad, growing your own food, getting down, working the fields to feed yourself. And I'm hearing in perfect harmony. This is possible. Not everybody's going to want to do that. That's fine. Life would sure be boring if everyone was the same. But just know we all come from the same source. And we're all just projections and reflections of that, playing out in endless possibilities of every scenario and situation just playing out. I don't know why they're wanting me to bring this up, but they're showing me like levels, right? We're down here, right, in hell, earth, the earthbound soul, trapped to do the bid and the work of the one who trapped you. And I believe they call that one God. There's none other like me, except the one who made you. What? If you take your focus off of all of that and just put that focus within oneself and worry about your fucking soul and your human and how do you want to live your life, because you know what? How do you want to live out the rest of your days? You think we're going to be here much longer? We're not here that long anyway. This is a great time. This is a great time because the knowledge is coming out. People are awakening to who they are. Their souls are waking up. Not everyone's going to handle it. Not everyone's going to want to. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't heal someone. You can assist them. You can help them along. But it's up to each individual person on what they want to do. But going back to those planes or whatever, they're showing me vertically, right? To tap in or receive messages from the lower planes, you have to be in that. I don't know why we're going on this side note. I don't know why we're doing this squirrel moment, but this is for somebody. And if you found I popped up then I have messages for you somewhere. Because I'm not in the algorithm. Trust. But I can't be hidden either. Few. It's not a numbers game for me. We've been working on that within oneself. Without all the fluff and the this and the that, but just shooting and uploading these videos on a whim, you know, if you've been watching me, if you've been with me for a while, you know, it's whenever, right? I did brush my hair. Did you see I ran a comb through it? I know. Silly. I need to cut these fucking ends off. But, so these different levels, right? Like, and they're bringing me back to when I was drinking spirits, alcohol. The vibration. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Thank you. All right. The vibration, the frequency of alcohol. I was ingesting that. So then what does that do? I'm taking in that energy, in that vibration. So what am I emitting now? I'm emitting a lower vibration, a lower frequency. So when I do that, then I'm open to things on that lower plane, if you will, in lower frequencies. But when you're sober of mind, and this is why it's not drugs and stuff and you're going to go to hell, it's what it does to you, your soul, your human, keeps you on a lower vibration. That's when these people who practice magic and all this shit, that's when stuff perhaps can hit you. For one, you believe it. For two, you vibrate with it. So you're tuning into that frequency, to that station, loud and clear. Now there's no more static. Besides, it'll feel good for a minute, but then not only does it wreak havoc on your body, I'm not saying I've never drank, whatever. I'm just saying, no, I'm just speaking here. For me. I'm not saying I'm never going to have another drink again. I don't like that. I don't like to go down to that place. Yeah, I get a lot of messages. Yeah, I get to talk to a lot of people, or they talk to me, or, you know, and how they communicate with me. And it's a lot for me. It takes a toll on me. Because then I feel their sadness and their pain. Literally. Like it's my own. That's not so great. Not saying I don't get from higher things. I do that as well. But let's just move on. We're trying to talk it to death now. But do you get what I'm saying? Is that making sense? That's why they're like, raise your vibration. Because it wears on your human. It causes dis-ease in the body. It gets trapped. We have meridians. We have chakras, like our power centers. Our bodies hold so much of that energy. That's why grounding and earthing are two different things. When I'm not feeling so great or things aren't going so good, barefoot on the grass, on the ground, not concrete, even though it's alive, but you can ground through that, but you can't earth. And earthing is especially when you're mindful about it. You don't even have to. Thank you. Sorry, take that back. You don't have to really be mindful. Just the art, the act of doing so. So all we're really trying to do is is if you think of these different layers, we start at the bottom, right? Call them timelines, call them dimensions, call it whatever you want to call it. Planes of existence, levels of consciousness is really what they're showing me. If you think of it from a soul perspective, an energetic perspective, and not from a dense human perspective. Trying to get to the top. What is our goal for most people? They want to get to the level of consciousness that Jesus was at. That's called Christ consciousness. Jesus the prophet. Jesus the master. What was working in Jesus, through Jesus, if you listen to Jesus' words, he was telling us. And when you speak in parables or metaphors or whatever, not everyone's going to get it. It's that level thing again. It's that consciousness level again. And the higher you raise your consciousness, there's no, I'm better than you. Things might come across like that because, we're still in a human after all. And we do bounce around with other humans, right? Boing, boing, boing. It's like a fucking video game. Boing. I'm going to straighten my leg out. It's not a competition. I mean, not for me. Not for those who are truly awakening or whatever. For your soul. Come home to who you are. That's all, all of this fuckery shit that's happened to my human. Well, fuck, I've been in a human many, 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 many times. I've had lots of many, 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 many fuckeries. This lifetime, quite a bit. But it's my last incarnation. So, then there's that. Every time starting over, you die at one level. You got to start over from the bottom, from level 1, and work your way through every single time. Holy shit. To get back to where you started. I don't know if that's true, if that's how it is in games or not, but that's how it's coming through for me. Kicker is when you get to a certain consciousness level, I got a long way to go still. Because my human still will run the show a little bit with emotions and feelings, and we're working through that. We're a work in progress, but thank God we're not where we used to fucking be, right? You know what I'm saying, people? But the fucking catch is, you're not the same boy I'm not a boy. I'm not the same boy I used. It's so weird how I always refer to myself as a boy, as a man. I'm a woman, clearly. But I guess it's just my joke, though. It's actually my intelligence. To be both man and woman, but the balanced part of them, not the over-exaggerated parts. Too much masculine, not enough feminine. Coming into balance with myself. I'm all of it. But getting to that consciousness, but the crazy part is, then you find yourself alone. Then you find out, holy shit, I'm not like everybody else anymore. It's lonely. It's totally different. Because before we get to that place, it's fucking fun and free love. Free living. That's like, hey, I'm going to work to pay these bills and be miserable every day. Got to do drugs and get drunk or overeat. Or some people work out and, whatever your thing is. And then as you go up levels, right? 7 levels. Then you can freely move through all of it. Why are they showing me like fucking like levels? Beep, beep, beep. They're giving me like the levels of heaven and the levels of hell. As above, so below. Is there 7 up and 7 below? Wow. That's something to think about, huh? Going into the underworld. You're in the underworld. It's called Earth. You're living in hell right now. But your soul wanted to come here. And live amongst the humans and help them. Is there ranks? Is some better than others? Or some this and that? If we're all from the same source, I don't know. Maybe we should stop thinking in terms of who's better and who's this and who's that. It's just, we're all the same. Just some of us are more aware than others. We have to fight through the density, fight through the human shit that can happen to the human. But you can do it. I can do it. You can do it. I've been through. I don't even fucking care anymore. I want to live. The rest of my years, I want to live. I want to see the world. I want to be out in nature. I want to be near water. I want to help people. I want to share my gifts. And equal reciprocity, where we just fucking come together and love one another while we're still alive and this human. That's it. Fuck. I've lived that other way. Over it. Fucking money. I don't give 2 shits about money. Although we need it. My car needs it. Maybe I need to get a hold of that nature jab guy because there's a fucking plastic everywhere. He makes plastiline. He runs diesels, gas, chainsaws, all kinds of shit. Trucks, cars, everything. Off of fucking plastic. He turned it into fuel. Motherfuckers. What about walking? What about just getting land, a community? Do you know what a community to me is? I don't know much about the Amish, but okay, let's just say like that. Or go on Netflix and watch the Live to 100, I think it's called, or whatever. What do? First of all, they sit on the floor, the Japanese. They garden. I don't see really any of them wearing glasses or anything either. What the fuck? I mean, there's no dementia. There's no old people's place. I mean, they just take care of one another. But they work and do things the old way. That is all we need. You don't need to go to the gym and pump a bunch of iron and all that shit. No. If you do your everyday activities just to feed yourself and the food with your own fucking hands, that's in the Bible too. Look that shit up. Look that up. I keep hearing, this is weird, I keep hearing Isaiah, but I don't know what's in Isaiah. Oh, here we go again. We haven't done this in a while. Hold on. Actually, since we're about 30 minutes, I'm going to do another video about Bible verses. Isaiah was coming up. So, now I'm just rambling on. But, you know, why couldn't we all get together? Travel. Together. In groups. Or whatever, you know. 2 or more. You know what I mean? And, you know, I have my talents and gifts. You have your talents and gifts. But, you know, do you have a love for music? A love for food? Just a love for people? A love for life? Let's do that. There's places that we could all get together. There's places you could travel, and they hire people that camp, people that live like in camping, like go take this job for 3 months or this or that. You know what I mean? There's fucking ways, bro. If you want it bad enough, you got that house you can't afford, those cars you can't afford. You're buying fucking purses that are made in sweatshops that you're paying a shit ton of money for. Hello? Wake the fuck up. Buy your... I remember back when I was young, Gucci was a big thing. Now it's like the Coaches and the Pradas or whatever, and the Louis Vuitton. Whatever, give a fuck. Fuck all that. You know what's cool? Making shit with your own hands. Taking a piece of fabric and wrapping it around and going, bam, I got a dress now, bitch, now what? Or a cute fucking skirt. Yeah. Just fabric, bitch. Wrapping it around and tying it. Done. You can take hair ties. Done. Less is more. Less is better. Talk to minimalists. They'll tell you. Happy Sunday. I love you guys. Namaste. Peace.